Small forward. At 6'6" and 2. Number 2. Kawhi.
Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. And we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce. And here's what the schedule for Brooklyn looks like. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Evan Mobley and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the San Antonio Spurs.
And looking at the Pacers matchup, that's number 9 on the season for them. They should start feeling in the full swing of things by then.
Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Rui Hachimura, Lauri Markkanen out there with Miles Turner. Then it's Darius Garland, and it's Booker in at the 2 guard. And for the Rockets, they've got DeJounte Murray. Isaiah Hartenstein is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's White in at shooting guard. And the tip goes to Houston. Well, 2 of the best guards in the league going at it today, Grant. Is there a bit of bragging rights on the line?
You know, maybe not for the players themselves, BA, but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
Now here's Garland. Really struggled in the loss against Milwaukee. And then Turner with the dunk.
I love watching Garland because you can just watch his confidence grow, especially when he's out here running these pick and rolls.
Leonard for 3. Knocks down the long J.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Markkanen. He had 25 points in his last game. Garland, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
With the step back. Leonard passes to Hartenstein. Houston working the ball around. Clock at 6. To the paint. It's stolen by Garland. Hachimura outside. Garland against Murray. Pass to Booker. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. They're getting their first look of the season at Brooklyn in this one.
And despite the difference in talent level, these teams were fairly evenly matched last year.
Now here's White. Really had his troubles in that loss to San Antonio. Just couldn't find his rhythm. Garland for 3. Leonard pulls down the board. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. You can tell this team really relies on Darius Garland on the offensive end.
And that's because he offers options. Garland can make plays for himself and others. So you never know if he's going to make that nice pass or that nice shot.
And the basket by Hachimura.
Well, Hachimura's inside-out scoring ability is what makes him so valuable to their offense.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. He said they have their work cut out with Devin Booker, who can score in many different ways. Coach told me people talk about his deep shooting range, but his middle is just as lethal. And if you crowd him, he can take it to the rim. And he has the size to do damage there. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. All right, a moment now to bring up last season's top rebounding teams. The Rockets, number 1.
Last year, this was a team that owned the paint. They were so committed to rebounding, and that's a stat you love to lead the league in.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Hartenstein finds White. Here's Jackson. Back to White. Hartenstein with a screen on Booker. Clock at 4. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Markkanen sets a screen. Garland for 3. The rebound by Jackson. And so Murray will bring it up for the Rockets. A tough loss coming against San Antonio in their last game.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
Yeah, if you allow a team to shoot such a high percentage in their own building, you're going to have a big hill to climb.
Here's Garland after the Rockets picked up a basket a moment ago. Hachimura, the pass to Garland, and DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Mark Williams, he's checked in for Houston. Brooklyn also changing it up. Porzingis comes in for Markkanen. And it's Bane in for Hachimura. Brooklyn with the ball. They trail by 1. Here's Garland. Gets a very good look and converts.
Pretty savvy move there by Garland, making space with that pick and roll.
The Rockets have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Leonard inside, guarded by Bane. Leonard can't get it to go.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
RJ, looking back at the trade that sent Durant from the Nets to the Suns, what a deal for Brooklyn.
Yeah, it was 4 first-round picks and a swap from the Suns. Also, the Nets got Mikal Bridges, who they shipped to the Knicks for 5 more first-rounders. Now that's how you reboot a team.
And the shot is good by Garland.
The efficiency of Garland is something. This man believes that he can make every shot.
And Williams punches it home.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Now here's Booker. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Pass to Turner. Back to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. And again, it's Brooklyn.
What's not to like? He's been really good so far. Good start.
Rockets trail by 3. And here's Murray. No points so far. Leonard for 3. Porzingis grabs the board.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Booker, the pass to Garland. Outside Bane. For 3, Booker. Williams grabs the board.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Pass to Leonard. Jackson with a screen on Bane. Here's Leonard. Connects on the foul line jumper. Leonard's got 5 now.
Yeah, Kawhi, a master of the mid-range. For most, it's not efficient, but for him, it's cash money.
And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Houston will go for a different look here. Bagley's checked in for Jaren Jackson Jr. Wallace comes in for Leonard. DeSumo, he's checked in for White. And Mitchell subbed in for DeJounte Murray. Brooklyn also changing it up. George, he's checked in for Turner. Allen comes in for Devin Booker. And quickly subbed in for Darius Garland. Allen outside. And there's 1:45 left to play in the first. Oh, and Porzingis powers it home.
Determination from Porzingis through that contact.
What a sensational move captured from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Rockets trail by 3. Wallace outside. Bagley a screen on Bane. Wallace right side. Williams a screen on quickly. Just 5 on the clock. And Williams punches it home.
Huge size disadvantage for the defense. Might as well just get out of the way.
Mitchell against Quickly. Bane surveying the D. Launches a three. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for three. Richard, it's just a few years into Desmond Bane's career, but he's historically good shooting threes.
I mean, B.A., he is over 40% for his career. In the top 25 all-time of three-point percentage, and that is on a major volume.
And he hits the first of three.
At the offensive end, Bane has put in the work, and he is a true force.
And he sinks the second. In terms of two-way guards, Grant, Desmond Bane is as good as any. What do you see in his game?
Well, just look at him, B.A. Bane is so strong. That really helps him there on the defensive end. And offensively, a lights-out three-point shooter.
And he makes all three.
Well, when you send him to the line, you know what the outcome is likely to be.
There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Wallace. He buries it from three.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The Nets have gotten 7 of their first 12 shots to go. Quickly passes to Bane. Brooklyn, no good that time either. The Rockets trail. On the wing, Mitchell. Back to Wallace. Williams, a screen on Allen. Wallace, the pass to Williams. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up. Houston shooting their first free throws tonight.
Line for your Rockets, Mark Williams. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Allen with a screen on Mitchell. Launches it from deep. And that's not going to go. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Houston. They lead by 1. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Rockets?
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
Isaiah Hartenstein is out there with Marvin Bagley. Then it's Cason Wallace. Then there's Ayo Dosunmu. And it's Mitchell in at the point. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Now here's Wallace. Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Here's Markkanen. Oh, Markkanen good in the paint.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall, he's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area.
And it's exceptional, the level of commitment that Ime Udoka has inspired from this Rockets team, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding, and he holds everyone accountable. It's all about professionalism and purpose.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Guys, back to you.
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Quickly, passes to Hachimura. Misses from close range.
Give the defender credit, willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
Pass to Mitchell. And the shot goes in.
He's someone opposing defenses have a hard time game planning for.
Allen, the pass to Markkanen. Floats one up. Hartenstein pulls it in. The Rockets have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Pass to Wallace. Down low. Oh, the big finish by Bagley. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
And so the timeout by Jordi Fernandez here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And the Rockets will go for a different look here. Jackson, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Leonard comes in for DeSumo. Derek White's checked in for Wallace. And Murray subbed in for Mitchell. Brooklyn also changing it up. Turner, he's checked in for Markkanen. Devin Booker comes in for Allen. And Garland is subbed in for Quickly. Now here's Turner. Garland for 3. Sinks the tray. Garland's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And Garland can get going from deep, which is why you can't give him very much space.
George with a steal. In transition, here comes Brooklyn. Good chance here for Booker. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5. And so it's Leonard who brings up the ball for the Rockets. 4-point game. Bagley a screen on George. Here's Leonard. Kawhi, too strong inside.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Pass to Turner. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. The league is already buzzing about this year's three-point contest. So let's have a look at the players likely to make an appearance.
The three-point contest only becomes more competitive every year as long-range shooting continues to be a coveted talent in the league. But these guys are in a league all their own.
You take a look at Booker, a few players ahead of him in voting. But if he can hold on to his number 5 spot, he'll be in the three-point contest.
He's a guy you need to have there. I'm pretty sure he'll be competing All-Star Weekend, and he's got a shot to win it all.
And as we continue to count the votes, we'll update you on any changes to the list. No matter who is in it, though, it's going to be fun.
Maybe this is the year we see a perfect score. Who knows? I'll be sure to be locked in on all of All-Star Weekend, especially the three-point contest.
For Brooklyn, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. Hachimura outside. The three-pointer off the mark. The Rockets' shooting has been tremendous. 63% for the game and scoring with confidence. A long-limbed 6'5" guard, Grant. Talk about what DeJounte Murray brings to the table.
Oh, man. Defense, defense, defense. I mean, he's led the league in steals, B.A. And Murray is really good at disrupting the point of attack, making things hard on the opposing ball handler.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Turner, a screen on Leonard. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the official.
Imbis na gadgets,
Guys
ganito na.
get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And the Rockets making a change here. Williams is checked in. Porzingis is checked in for Brooklyn. Desmond Bane comes in for George. Jackson outside. The three is up. The Rockets with another miss.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Porzingis with a screen on Murray. Garland, the pass to Turner. Over Leonard, and it's Turner, that time on the assist by Garland. Garland's got 3 assists now in this one. Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. To the inside, Williams, and the layup falls. Williams has got 8 points.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Booker against White. It's Booker on the wing. 6 points for him. 4 on the clock. Here's Garland. And it falls for him. He's now 4 of 7 from the field.
Now we're starting to see him deliver on offense. He's really found his tempo here in the second quarter.
White, the pass to Murray. Back to White for 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Defeated by Milwaukee in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
I really think that L has to fall on their defense, or a lack thereof. Just not enough focus at that end of the floor.
Some of it was solid shooting from their opponent, but they didn't have any teeth with their defense. Need to be more active than they were.
Now here's Murray. Garland with the defensive effort. 59 seconds left in the second period. Inside. Soft touch off the glass. Garland's got 7 points for the quarter.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Murray with it. Still without a bucket. Here's Williams. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And probably one of the least favored opponents to take on around the league, the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, they're so well coached. They're physical. They're aggressive defensively. They're monsters on that glass. They'll take something out of you.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And Houston will go for a different look here. Isaiah Hartenstein's checked in for Jaren Jackson Jr. DeSumo comes in for Leonard. Wallace, he's checked in for White. And Mitchell subbed in for DeJounte Murray. Brooklyn also changing it up. Markkanen's checked in for Turner. Allen comes in for Booker. And Emmanuel Quickley subbed in for Garland. And the second free throw is good. 41 seconds left in the first half of this one. Mitchell against Quickley. Allen outside. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Just 3 to shoot. Over Mitchell. And that one's good. Markkanen. 6 points for Lauri Markkanen.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
Here's Wallace. The Rockets again can't hit.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Nets out in front, up by 5. And we'll return shortly.
Welcome to the 2K Sports Studio. Off the top, let's take a gander at the Players of the Month. For the Eastern Conference, Kevin Durant.
Seems like we've been saying this forever, but is there a better offensive player than KD at this point? When he's right, I just don't know what you can do to stop this guy.
Well, I don't have to worry about it because I don't have to guard him, but you do.
Let's turn now to our featured game where Darius Garland has made a statement in the first half.
Hey, DG, the PG, He's out there doing his thing. What I like about Garland, he varies the pace. He's very crafty, and he's having a tremendous night.
Great instincts as well. He's become a force. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. It's been a clinic out there by Darius Garland.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Nets leading by 5. Kicking off the second half, here's Jordi Fernandez's 5. We've got Lauri Markkanen, Devin Booker out there with Darius Garland. Then there's Miles Turner, and it's Hachimura in at the 3. Markkanen with a screen on Murray. Fires in the triple. Garland's got 14 points.
Love the energy here in the third. Trying to take control now of this contest.
Yes, this is a pivotal moment in this game. Those extra possessions right now, they just mean a little bit more.
Now here's Hachimura. They lead by 8, biggest lead of the game. Chalk up 2 there.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Here's White. No made baskets yet. A clear look for Murray. The rebound by Markkanen.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Too easy for Turner. The defense has to put up more of a fight around the rim.
Everyone knows Devin Booker for one thing, Richard, his ability to score.
Yeah, I always think back to that 70-point game he had against the Celtics. He was only 20 at the time, the youngest ever in that 70-point club.
Now here's Garland. He's got 14. Booker surveying the floor, and here's Turner from the arc. It's hauled in by Houston.
Their first miss since the break. Still, I like how they've come out so far.
Pass to Leonard. Will it go? And it's Devin Booker with a rebound.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Six to shoot. Top of the key. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Murray's shot is good.
Well, they get one to drop. A little relief after 4 straight misses to start the half.
Now Garland. From the baseline. That's miss number 5 on the night. 6 for 11 now. Pass to Murray. It's Jackson, high post. Here's White. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. To the middle. Here's Markkanen. Oh, the 7-footer, Lauri Markkanen.
And this is inexcusable. The defense must force Markkanen further away from the rim.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Houston making some changes. Bagley's checked in for Hartenstein. Wallace comes in for White. And Mitchell subbed in for DeJounte Murray. And a change for the Nets. George is checked in. Rockets trail by 12. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Commissioner Adam Silver talked about tweaking the game. He said analytics takes sports in a certain direction because it's a coach and GM's job to win, and they'll do everything they can to do so under the existing rules. It's on us to adjust because we're also looking at the aesthetic appeal of the game. Brian?
Thank you very much for the report, Allie. So it's Brooklyn now, after the basket by Houston. Shot clock at 6. Turner passes to Hachimura. Three-pointer off the mark.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Jackson outside. Wallace outside. Pass to Leonard. The three from Mitchell. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Mitchell's got 5 now. If you had to say, Richard, what's the most critical component for a team to play effective defense?
I would say being bought in. If players are bought in, you could overcome individual deficiencies.
Rockets trail by 7. Leonard outside. The rebound by the Nets. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Outside Booker. Pass to Garland. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. There's a screen by Turner. The 3 is up. Garland, no good.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Elbow shot on the way. Leonard, good. Now just a 5-point Nets lead.
This jumper from Kawhi is pure. Once he gets his feet under him, the rest is easy.
And so the timeout by Jordi Fernandez here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Williams is checked in for Houston. Dosunmu comes in for Kawhi Leonard. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Porzingis is checked in for Turner. Desmond Bane comes in for Hachimura. Allen, he's checked in for Booker. And Quickly subbed in for Darius Garland. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Leading by 5. Pass to Bane. Now here's Allen. And here's George to stop the drought. Drains the triple. George has got his first 3 points of the game.
Despite his relatively quiet night, they are still winning, and that just shows this team is more than just about one guy.
Williams with the screen. Dosunmu, the pass to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Quickly outside. To the paint. Outside Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Quickly. Over Mitchell. And it's Quickly with a miss.
Usually he's a master in the midi, but not that time.
Back to Wallace. Pass to Mitchell. Now Wallace. Bagley, a screen on Allen. To the inside. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Nets leading by 4. Quickly up top. Check by Mitchell. From deep, Payne. And it's Bagley with a rebound. Bagley's got his 4th rebound in this one. Mitchell, the pass to Wallace. Outside Bagley. Pass to Mitchell. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. And now it's just a 2-point Brooklyn lead.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Outside Bane. Allen outside. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Houston. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Dosunmu. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And we've just finished the 3rd quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Brooklyn out in front. They're up by 2. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Jaren Jackson out there with Ayo Dosunmu. Then it's Murray. Then it's Derek White. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Booker against White. Oh, you can't let Booker get that close.
A 3-level scorer on top of having a reliable jumper. Hey, Booker is also skilled at capitalizing inside.
Murray for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Now here's Bane, and there's the foul. It's on Ayo Dosunmu. That's his first foul of the game. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Dosunmu. Hachimura's checked in for Brooklyn. On the wing quickly. Defended by Murray. Stolen by Jackson. And they're on the break. Here's Leonard. Great hustle, Leonard.
And you can't afford to lose sight of Leonard in these situations. He's just so dangerous and assertive in transition.
Markkanen outside. Back to quickly. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Pass to Booker. Clock at 6. Markkanen with a screen on White. Booker can't get it to go. Houston leading by 3. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results. They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Here's quickly. After the basket by Houston. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Remember, they had 0 turnovers at the half. It's been a very different story so far since the break.
Garland's checked in for Brooklyn. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th now.
How about on DeJounte?
Leonard outside. Back to Murray. Pass to Leonard. Outside Murray. Shot clock at 5. Over Garland. Murray, no good.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Garland finds Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. Now here's Leonard. Outside White. Pass to Jackson. Here's Leonard. The three. Houston with another miss.
He's not making much of an impact from deep. His sole three-pointer came in the first half.
Turner, a screen on Murray. Murray against Garland. Now here's Markkanen to tie it up. It's hauled in by White. Pass to Murray. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. White for three. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Outside Booker. There's a screen by Turner. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And the Rockets with possession. They're on a 12-4 run. Pass to Hartenstein. White for three. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for three.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot three.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Rockets.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
That's good from White. And he's good on the second. And he nails the third. And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, well, Jordi Fernandez was just reviewing the plan with his team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
Thank you for that, Allie. Nets trail by 9. White with the steal. And here we go, the Rockets in transition. Pass to Murray. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Hachimura finds Markkanen. Outside Booker. Garland with a screen on White. Booker against White. 5 on the clock. Throws it up. Rebounded by Jackson. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 15-4 run. Leonard! Turner with a rebound.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
Booker fires. Oh, he can't hit it.
More than a few bad breaks for him this quarter. He's struggling, and the team is following suit on the scoreboard.
Leonard. Oh, he can't get the layup. Nets trail by 9. Now Booker. Unloads from 9. It's good!
How do you stop a good fadeaway jumper? That's a trick question. You don't.
And so Murray will bring it up for Houston. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. From deep. Oh, it's off! The Nets have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. Booker against White. Now here's Booker. Tight defense on him.
Outstanding initiative from Booker. Terrific at earning these calls inside.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 seconds.
He gets the first, and that trims the lead to 6.
The thing about Booker is he rarely has an off night. He's one of the most consistent shooters in the league.
Mitchell's checked in for Houston. Both free throws good from Booker.
And those were big shots. At this point in the game, you can't afford to leave any points at the line.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Hartenstein a screen. Now Leonard. Turner with a rebound.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
And great to see Turner rising to the occasion and finding the clutch bucket.
Now Leonard, tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Turner.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Now here's Leonard. 6 to shoot. Can't get it to go.
Nothing is going his way in this half offensively. Really having a hard time finding his shot.
Markkanen. Rebounded by Jackson. This play could decide the game.
Can't afford any mistakes here, B.A.
White against Booker. White coming through.
What I want to know is where is the rim protection? That was just too easy.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
They don't want to waste time here. If they can score fast enough, they can go back on D and try to get a stop instead of having to foul.
Booker. Now Hachimura. Oh, he leaves no question.
Oh, what a finish. Ruri showing off that athletic ability.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
Here's Leonard, and he commits the intentional foul.
Personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for Houston, Dwight Leonard taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game.
Wow, how about the poise he showed there, making this a 2-possession game.
Brooklyn calls timeout. 19 seconds left in the fourth. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
Here's Hachimura. Markkanen. He's off from 3. And now they decide to foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. Outside Booker. Shoots a three. It's off.
He is tenacious. Love to watch him battle on the defensive glass.
And so it's Houston winning this one. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
Kawhi, you held the lead most of this game. What's the difference playing from ahead as opposed to attempting a comeback?
I mean, you know, when you're behind, it's tough. You got to use a lot of energy to get back in the lead, and then it's just hard to keep that, energy throughout the whole game. But when you're up, sometimes you get a little bit comfortable, and the other team is, fighting, have that energy, trying to push back. So we just have to stay level-headed when we're out there and just keep moving.
You can never get comfortable in this game. Thanks, Kawhi.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And we present the player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics as they play against the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Alan. What a matchup we have tonight. Greg in the front court. I know everyone, you and I included, have been waiting for this one.
And when you got two of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight, it's must-see TV. I can't wait to call this one, guys.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Holiday out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Durant, and it's Barnes, and it's the power forward. Outside for Randall. Just 3 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And it's Doncic missing. Outside, KD. Holiday. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Randall outside. Back to Doncic. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Oklahoma City. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
Well, I just thought they had the tempo exactly where they wanted it. To me, that was the difference in the game.
Gobert against Zubac. The three for Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Not how they were looking to start the game. They've come up empty on their first 3 tries.
And Holiday kicks to Barnes. Holiday left side. No good on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Randall with the bucket.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randall's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
And with the depth of this Oklahoma City Thunder team, Tim, who's an impact player on this roster that might fly a little bit under the radar?
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's Aaron Wiggins. I look at a guy that in any other situation, might be able to average 15 to 18 points a game, but in Oklahoma City, he has sacrificed shots and minutes to be part of a winning team, and he competes every night.
He does indeed. And here's Caldwell-Pope. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 3-point lead. Inside. Here's Gobert. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
That's a nice look. The more you watch of Scotty Barnes, the more you appreciate his all-around game.
Doncic outside. Pass to Randall. To the paint. Here's Zubac. That shot off. Gobert with the defensive effort. Caldwell-Pope dishes to Holiday. Here's KD. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Durant's got his second basket of the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Doncic passes to Randall. Shot to stop the run. Barnes grabs the miss.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Holiday kicks to KD. Count that bucket. Durant's got 8 points.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. So Boston ends up going with a new group, and a new group in here for the Thunder. Adams, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Dylan Brooks comes in for Scotty Barnes. Christian Brown's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Conley in for Drew Holiday. Up top, Mathurin. Nice ball movement by Boston. It's stolen by Adams. Conley, the pass to Brooks. And it's denied. Alvarado with it. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Here's Caldwell Pope. It's stolen by Green. Here we go, one-on-one. Pass to Alvarado. Back to Green. Claxton inside. Covered by Conley. They get it back. Claxton, a screen on Conley. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. One of the best defenders of his generation. Tim, do you think Draymond Green will be a surefire Hall of Famer?
Well, he's a former Defensive Player of the Year, and not to mention a key contributor on 4 Warriors championship teams. Kevin, he will be in the Hall of Fame, no question.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Vanderbilt's checked in. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These squads have been lights out this month. In third, the Thunder.
I just love their offensive flow lately. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
Now Alvarado hasn't made one yet. Just 5 to shoot. On the wing, Mathurin. No good on the 3.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Celtics trail by 12. Here's Alvarado. In the corner, Smart with it. Again, the miss by the Celtics. 1:39 left to play in the first quarter. Conley, the pass to Brown. Conley surveying the D. Off target from three-point range. Outside, Smart. Pass to Claxton. Outside, Green to the middle. Trying to end the drought. And the basket by Alvarado.
Such an advantage to have a big man who can dish it like Draymond.
There's a minute left in the first quarter of the game. Conley, the pass to Adams. On the wing, Brooks. In the corner, Vanderbilt with it. Smart with the steal. Pass to Claxton. Stolen by Michael Conley. Pushing it up. Here's Vanderbilt. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Green, the pass to Alvarado. Here's Mathurin. Down low. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
Man, this is important to Mathurin's development. I like seeing his work on improving his ability to make plays.
Here's Brooks. Good. And the Thunder lead by 10.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
And so it's Oklahoma City with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
And another thing they've done consistently well is attack the paint. They have stayed aggressive under the hoop and gotten high percentage looks.
Nicholas Claxton out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Watson in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Just 4 to shoot. And here's Barnes for 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. And so it's Watson who will bring it up for Boston. It's a 10-point game. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
And, boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
And he's going to have to get checked out with that great medical staff that all teams in this league have.
Vanderbilt's checked in for Oklahoma City. Celtics making a switch here. Zubats is checked in. Oklahoma City leading by 10. Right side, Kevin Durant. Pass to Vanderbilt. And a missed layup. On offense, here are the Celtics. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Watson kicks to Doncic. And a miss there on the triple.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Randle. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
And finally, someone scores.
Points have been hard to come by in this one. Every made basket is huge.
And right where he wants to be. It's so dangerous letting Barnes get inside like that.
Randle a screen on Holiday. And here's Doncic from the arc. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Pass to KD. Caldwell Pope outside. Right side, Kevin Durant. That's no good, and he's 3 for 5. Celtics trail by 10. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And Doncic used to creating kind of a luxury for him to simply catch and shoot.
Outside Durant from deep three-point land. And Boston with the rebound.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
On the wing, Bridges. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Barnes against Randle. Back to Bridges. Over Caldwell Pope. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have taken that shot there. The defensive intensity was all over him.
Tim is one of the most accurate three-point shooters this league has ever seen. Give us your top shooters in the game today.
Yeah, it's funny because you always say, well, obviously Steph, so it's almost like any conversation puts him in a different category. I obviously agree with that. I look at a guy like Damian Lillard with that unlimited range and his ability to pull up from anywhere. Even a guy like Trae Young, I would put into that category because of the range, Kevin. It just extends defenses so far.
What a list. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for the Celtics.
Benedict Mathurin.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Bridges outside. Doncic against Holiday. Doncic dishes to Watson. Just 5 on the clock. For 3, Bridges. Not going to go that time.
And all the credit goes to the defender. Very hard to contest threes without fouling.
And we're going to go courtside for a report on Rudy Gobert. Allie, take it away.
Guys, I had a moment to catch up with the Thunder's head athletic trainer. All signs point to a high ankle sprain, something that they're going to have to be very careful with. It is a major loss right in the thick of the season. Other guys will have to step up. Let's see who answers the call.
Thanks for the status report there, Allie.
Well, we certainly wish him the best during his recovery process. But right now, it's really next man up.
Vanderbilt with the screen. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Group in for the Celtics. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Julius Randle. Draymond Green comes in for Peyton Watson. Marcus Smart's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Luka Doncic. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Scotty Barnes. Brooks comes in for Kevin Durant. Christian Brown's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Conley in for Drew Holiday. On the wing, Green. Outside, Mathurin. Nailed from three-point land. Mathurin's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Brown. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Thunder lead by 10.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
In the corner, Smart with it. Austin getting another chance here. And that one is good.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
Nothing will drive your coach crazier than what you just saw. Lack of focus, lack of effort.
Adams, the pass to Brooks. And the rejection by Claxton. Celtics trail by 8. Right side, Green. Pass to Alvarado. Green with a screen on Brooks. Here's Smart. That 3 off the mark. And so Brooks will bring it up for the Thunder. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
And all of these guys know it's a chance to make that early statement. I expect this game to have not quite a playoff atmosphere, something very close to it.
Pass to Brown. And here is Adams. Here's Conley for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Mathurin's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Green. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Vanderbilt's got 5 rebounds tonight. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Brooks. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. Celtics trail by 7. Driving to the basket. Claxton sets the screen for Green. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Thunder lead by 4. Now we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm joined by Coach Mazzulla. Joe, what was the focus out there offensively?
We just got to fight for our spacing. We have to fight the screen. We have to fight to create advantages. It's two great teams playing against each other, and you're going to have to earn it. And so we just got to do a better job creating separation on the offensive end and fight for our great spacing.
Seems like an easy fix. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you for that interview. And we'll be back with more basketball in just a moment.
Hi, everyone. Let's start things off by checking out the Player of the Month award recipients. In the Western Conference, Jonas Valanciunas.
Plenty of LOVE. That's what you can do about this game. Love it, because that combination of skill and size, man, that big fella is taking care of business. Game in and game out.
Yeah, and that really that CONSISTEN. Anyway, consistency.
There you go.
That's what it's all about. And let's turn our attention to tonight's game. The Thunder find themselves in a real battle.
Yeah, they're attacking the paint and forcing the issue.
Yeah, those boys are nasty and physical. A couple of times, I thought the defender was going in the rim with the ball.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Celtics trail by 4. So for Oklahoma City right now, Barnes out there with Steven Adams. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then it's Holiday. And it's Durant in at the small forward. And here's Doncic from the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Barnes has got 5 rebounds tonight. To the inside. Fader on the way. It's hauled in by Zubac. Here's the Celtics with the ball. Watson, the pass to Doncic. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey, all defensive guard Drew Holiday talked about guarding some of the younger players coming into the league, and he said the game has changed significantly. They morphed with it. They're quick, athletic, and they all play the game a lot differently than when I came into the league. Kevin?
It is a new day. Allie, we thank you very much. Pass to Durant. It's hauled in by Watson. Celtics trail by 6. Bridges finds Watson. Doncic bounce pass. Bridges, no one around him. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
And looking now at some numbers here for Randall. Great showing for him last season. Last season, he averaged 18 points a game, 7 rebounds and 4 assists. And he's also a bit of a stopper defensively. They put him in, and their defense really tightens up.
And that's such a valuable tool for this team. His defense can really shift the momentum.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. Second, the Thunder. Fifth on the list, the Celtics.
Both clubs physically dominant inside the paint, and that's why you see those outstanding shot blocking numbers.
Randall against Barnes. Pass to Holiday. Now here's Durant. 6 to shoot. Durant drawing the double team. Caldwell Pope for 3. Julius Randle with the rebound. Randle's got his 5th rebound in this one.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half. And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
There's the triple from Durant.
Man, that's a scary sight for the defense. The last thing you want is for Durant to find his rhythm from downtown.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Boston. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Brooks checked in for Adams. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Thunder with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead early.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Bridges dishes to Doncic. So you can talk about the physical challenges, Tim, of today's game. One thing the players have a little easier, certainly, is the way they travel from game to game.
Well, there is no question about that. I didn't even get on a charter till the middle of my NBA career.
Oh, my goodness.
In the mid-90s. We were still flying commercial till that point, but there's no doubt travel is better for players. I think also some of the things they've added for guys, like massage therapists and acupuncturists and even personal chefs, all of that makes it a little bit easier for today's NBA player.
Now, if we could do it for the broadcasters, that would really be a win.
Sign me up, Kevin. I'll be right there, reclining fully right next to you.
And here's Randall. He has 6. Stolen by Brooks. Down low. Here's Barnes. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Luka Doncic.
And one thing about Scotty Barnes is his team feeds off of his enthusiasm for the game. He keeps everyone engaged. Just a great guy to play with.
First one falls for him. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He doesn't get the second one. Celtics trail by 8. And it's Alvarado in the corner. To the middle. Here's Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And from technical fouls, Tim, to flagrant fouls, it always seems like Draymond Green is walking that line and in the crosshairs.
Walking that line or stomping on that line. I don't know what, but it's where he seems to want to live. You love that competitive fire. You just have to make sure it doesn't cross the line where he hurts his team.
But don't you think he knows exactly what he's doing at all times?
He understands most officials don't want to give him that second technical, that's for sure.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
Here's Conley. And it's Brooks in the corner. 5 on the clock. Good defense by Claxton.
And it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
Count it.
They are just killing him on the interior.
The Thunder leading by 5. Brooks the pass to Brown. Now Caldwell Pope. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Back to Brown. Pass to Conley. Here's Brooks. That shot no good. Good defense by Claxton. Alvarado bounce pass. To the paint. Conley grabs the miss. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Thunder. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Beyond the arc. Draymond Green pulls it in. Celtics trail by 5. Alvarado with it. Outside for Smart. Off target with his 3. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. 1:29 left to play in the third. Now here's Barnes. Over Smart. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Boston shooting only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there. Inside, Barnes. And the rejection by Claxton. Smart against Caldwell Pope. Barnes right side to the inside. And it's Brooks. That time on the assist by Barnes. Brooks has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. 46 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Mathurin. Claxton sets the screen for Mathurin. On the wing, Green. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Green's got 8 points.
Well, if Green is taking quick shots like that, it speaks to how confident he is.
Outside Conley. Pass to Brown. Now Barnes. Good, nice job down low. He has 5.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
And so it's Oklahoma City heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. They've got Ivica Zubac. Julius Randle is out there with Peyton Watson. Then it's Bridges. And it's Doncic in at the point guard. That's the Boston 5.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Randle outside. Zubac with the screen for Randle. Hands it from downtown.
If you look up the definition of stretch big, Julius Randle, he has got great range.
Doncic against Holiday. Durant kicks to Caldwell Pope. Down low. It's deflected. Stolen by Zubac. Bridges deciding where to go with it. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Barnes has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Outside Holiday. Back to Durant. The three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. And the dunk by Barnes.
The quick feet and hands of Caldwell Pope paying dividends at the defensive end.
Doncic kicks to Bridges. Doncic with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Bridges misses.
Nothing from the field to speak of so far. Pretty rough shooting night, and now it's affecting the entire team.
Holiday, the pass to Durant. No good from outside. Celtics trail by 8. Bridges outside. Pass to Randle. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
He's found his rhythm here in the second half. Let's see if they keep calling his number.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Thunder.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Yeah, they have been dialed in from deep. The three-pointer has been there all night for them.
You know, one thing you have to admire about Randle is his hunger to get better. He is a real leader who leads by example.
Doncic left side. Boston again missing. The Thunder leading by 5. Barnes left side. Outside Holiday. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Muscling through contact. Holiday has the strength and body control to do it.
And the Thunder making a change here. Adams checked in.
You know, a word you hear a lot around Jrue Holiday is underrated. Enough really doesn't get said about his abilities on the floor, how he can affect the game on both ends.
Randle outside. Pass to Bridges. Clock at 4. The three for Doncic. Drills it from outside.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Outside Durant. Durant going to work inside.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Watson. Here's Randle. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Randle's got 10 points here in the second half.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Here's Holiday. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Julius Randle picks one up.
Yeah, credit Holiday for getting to the line on that one. With his quickness and length, I'd like to see him do that more often.
That's good from Holiday. Vanderbilt's checked in for the Thunder. Both free throws good from Holiday. So it's the Celtics now. They trail by 7. Randle outside. Zubac with the screen for Randle. To the paint. No good from Zubac.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And just using that length to his full advantage. Durant draws the foul, and we know what usually happens when he steps to the line.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Zubac. Steven Adams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Durant hits them both.
And that's about what we expect. He's been excellent from the line tonight.
Bridges outside. Randle a screen on Holiday. And here's Doncic from the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Doncic has got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Celtics. Barnes against Randle. To the middle. Here's Adams. Bank shot. No good. Celtics trail by 6. The 3 for Doncic. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Barnes has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Adams sets the pick for Barnes. Buries the jumper.
Yeah, in the two-man game there, great read by Barnes, and you see him again playing at his pace.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He really emphasized rim protection. He said to his guys, I want us to cut down on the easy looks inside. No more of that. It's a simple ask that could have a big impact.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Up top, Doncic. Randle outside. The 3 is off. The Thunder leading by 8. Outside Holiday. Here's Durant. Clock at 6. It's blocked. Randall down low. Barnes on him.
And Randall's never been one to back down from physical play inside. And he's not going to start now.
At the line for 2, Julius Randle.
That free throw good from Randall. No good on the second free throw. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Thunder. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Durant. And the three misses.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
He gets it to go.
And you'll never see Randall back down in a big moment. He's looking to be the guy when they need a bucket.
Now Durant. Barnes outside, takes the three. Claxton with the rebound. Celtics trail by 5. Now here's Bridges, stolen by Caldwell Pope. Outside Holiday. Durant fires. Nice step back. Sweet move.
Nothing to see here, folks. Just another tremendous scoring night from Durant.
Doncic. Oh, Doncic launching that one.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Now Adams. Outside Durant. And he banks the layup in.
And Durant has been in these moments before, welcoming any opportunity to knock down a big shot.
Crane from outside.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Rebounded by Randall.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Now Doncic. Shot from 16. It's in.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Number 20, Benedict Butler.
And so they foul intentionally. Drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And the Celtics making a change here. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
And that could seal it at the line. He looked totally composed the entire time.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And And if you can get a three, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
You're definitely going to have to get a three here and then count on them to miss free throw. Luka Doncic. He's off from 3. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Kevin, that was a gritty road win. How do you evaluate your performance?
It's a tough place to play. You know, you hear the crowd. It was loud as soon as we stepped on the floor. So, you know, we just trying to play our brand of basketball and just keep growing.
The crowd had nothing on you, though. Congrats on the win.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the player of the game, Kevin Durant.
ngayon. Ay, bading.
Take my hands now. You are the cause of my euphoria.
Chill lang pag nasa bahay.
Good evening, Mr. Jost.
Well, hello, Professor Snape.
Now I'm playing. I don't talk like that, bro. It's called code switching. Cody and switch him.
Right. Well, how was your year at Hogwarts?
Not great. We got this new kid. His name Harry Potter, and he's racist as hell.
Wait a second. Harry Potter is racist?
Yes, Harry Potter, or the proud boy who lived, spent the whole year telling everybody that the school's only black teacher was secretly evil.
I think he's just worried because he knows someone's trying to steal the Sorcerer's Stone.
So somebody stole something, and the number one suspect is Black Snape. He didn't even look in the direction of the white guy in the turban. Show the picture. He's got Wizard Hitler on the back of his head.
I'm really sorry that he just jumped to conclusions like that, you know?
All good. It happens all the time. I showed up to Hogwarts, and the first day they looked at me and said, "You're the professor of the dark arts."
That's not great.
You telling me? I never even studied that. I majored in African Muggle studies. Look, the whole wizarding world is racist. There's one other black guy, Kingsley Shacklebolt, a name I'm guessing they got out of the Wu-Tang name generator.
Yeah, but look, Kingsley's an important member of the Order of the Phoenix.
Okay. Then why he look like this?